Hello Year 4, welcome to Thursday's English. So today we are going to be looking at the final paragraph of that section of Job's own happy ending for her story. So far the witch has opened the sack of happy endings, she's found that it's full of happy endings and she's furious because she doesn't like them. She throws them into a corner of her lair, but then she decides she's going to burn them. On our second paragraph, she takes the sack outside to burn it. She rubs two sticks together to do so, and her hair falls in front of her face, and she catches her hair on fire. Okay. In this next paragraph, we're going to write, the witch is going to catch fire fully, and as often happens in this type of fairy tale story, the witch burns to death. So we're going to be writing that bit today. It's not terribly cheery, but the witch wasn't very kind to Job. So let's have a quick look at the section that we're talking about, as well as the success criteria for today's work. Okay, so this is the section we are writing today. So the witch's clothes catch fire. The witch burns. Remember, we have that scene where she's almost dancing around the fire. We have phrases like arm in arm, step by step, cheek to cheek, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, where the witch seems to be dancing with the fire itself. And then we have Job smelling that smell, that salty burning smell, and coming upon the witch and finding a huge amount of flames and finding out that it is in fact the witch that is burning. But of course, Job can't help her. So that is the section we are writing today. Your success criteria, you need to be looking at sentences that start with capital letters and end in full stops. I know you've heard that before, but it needs to be secure. Expanded noun phrases again to describe the witch, the fire, and this time Job. And fronted adverbials to the start of sentences, again of place and time, we need to be using those. And if you're using direct speech, then it would be a good idea to use it for Job speaking. Maybe she could say something out loud about what she can see. Another thing that I've had a few examples of are really good similes in the writing that we've seen. So if you can get one of those in, that would be extra special. Now we're going to have a look at my blank page where I will model for you how I would write this section. Okay, and then you're going to have a go. So let's have a look at that. Okay, so remember, I need to use fronted adverbials. I need to use expanded noun phrases. I need to use some direct speech somewhere maybe, and possibly a simile if I'm feeling extra fancy. I also need to make sure I have my capital letters and full stops in place. So first bit is the witch's clothes catch fire. I need a fronted adverbial, and as I have for the past few days, I might as well start with one. So I'm going to start with in the blink of an eye. It's like another way of saying suddenly or all of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, in a moment, immediately. In the blink of an eye, comma, have to have that comma at the end. In the blink of an eye, the witch's clothes, you see I've got an apostrophe for the witch's clothes because she owns those clothes. The witch's clothes had turned orange. That's a thing from the book. We have the witch's sleeves turning orange because they have caught fire. The witch's clothes had turned orange as the fire, excuse another word, as the flames spread all over her. Now, in the book, we hear a lot about how the witch danced around the fire as she promised she would. So let's have that little bit in there. I'm going to read what I've written first. In the blink of an eye, the witch's clothes had turned orange as the flames spread all over her. She danced madly, like crazily. She danced madly around the fire. Come on. Spinning around and around as she tried to put fire out. But, let's get an expanded noun phrase in there. But the sizzling, so the word for hot, boiling, was one of the word for hot, but the sizzling, boiling flames climbed higher and higher. So now the witch is on fire. Let's have another fronted adverbial, because I want to start talking about Job now, because she's on the other side of the forest. So, from the other side of the forest, comma, where Job was, Job could smell a strange, comma, burning smell floating in the air. Full stop. She ran as fast as she could to find out what it was. Full stop. When she got there, she was horrified. I'm going to stop there. I'm going to read it through to make sure that I'm happy with it. I'm going to think about what I would include next, and then you're going to have a go. So, in the blink of an eye, the witch's clothes had turned orange as the flames spread all over her. She danced madly around the fire, comma, spinning around and around as she tried to put the fire out. But the sizzling, comma, boiling flames climbed higher and higher. From the other side of the forest, comma, Job could smell a strange, comma, burning smell floating in the air. She ran as fast as she could to find out what it was. When she got there, she was horrified. So I have two fronted adverbials, from the other side of the forest, comma, and in the blink of an eye, comma. And I have two expanded noun phrases, the sizzling, comma, boiling flames, and the strange, comma, burning smell. Made a mistake there. Job can spell a strange. Happens to the best of us. So, your turn. You are going to write your final paragraph now. On your assignment for today, you will find that you have got a worksheet on it with that little flowchart and with your success criteria. You need to use those to help you with the writing. This could go on the end of the last few pages you've wrote, or it could be on a new page, and you can write it in whatever way suits you. Phone, tablet, computer, paper, whatever. Remember to send in your photos to your teacher. I look forward to seeing what you write. This is the last bit we're doing on this, so try your best. Okay? Good luck.